And welcome. We are at driving show number 15. I'm on my way to the gym, so let me give you some encouragement. If you have not worked out today, exercise, that you should go out, get exercise and get your heart rate up. Do something that is fun. If you have a hard time getting yourself to the gym or just outdoors, really, going for a half-hour walk, man, it's a great way to get into it. Easy way to start. But I think I'm going to swim today. So I've taken over a week off of swimming because of my hands and how dried out they were. I've been carrying coconut oil with me everywhere I go so that I can be moisturizing everywhere I'm at. And so they actually are doing a lot better. So part of me is like, I don't want to ruin it by swimming. But here's what I'm going to do. Just do a short swim. And then I brought the coconut oil with me in my bag as well. So I usually try not to bring it in the hot car into the gym because coconut oil, it is in a solid, form. Unless it's really hot, then it becomes liquid and oily. So when you scoop it out, it's usually kind of pasty, and then you rub it in your hands, and then the heat of your hands warms it up into an oil. There you go. But cool thing that I just discovered this past weekend, talking about coconut oil before we get into some of the business stuff for the day, is that I saw this reel where the guy mixed coconut oil and white vinegar together in order to kind of make these light scratches on his car disappear. And now it doesn't actually make them disappear, but it kind of puts a glossy, waxy cover over it so that you can't see him as much. And the guy is it's some testing account, so he sees that other people do it, and then he tries it out himself. So he tried it out, and it worked. So then I was like, I'm going to try it. I've got a few scratches on the car, so let's see if it works. And then in the comments, people were like, it doesn't actually take them away, which, duh. Did we actually think it was going to take them away? No. Some people are so dumb. That's what you learn from reading just tons of comments. But another person was saying it's basically what they do if you get your car detailed and they put a nice finish wax over it, and then once it rains, once you wash your car again, in time, it wears off. And so I did it on the few scratches. I'm like, oh great, this worked pretty well. And then when I remembered that comment, I was like, shoot, why don't I just do it all over the car to see if it protects it, makes it look nicer. And it does. It makes it look so much glossier and shinier. So I would recommend, you can look it up online and see how much of each to use. I don't even know. I just used a bit of a tip of the spoon, and then kind of did a 1-to-1 ratio with the white vinegar, put it in the microwave, mix it up so it's all liquid, and then I rubbed it on with the paper towel. Super easy. But enough about that. Last time we talked, I talked to you about implementing upselling in the business. So some context to that, if you're new here, I'm coming out with a masterclass, and I was going to price it at $200 after kind of going through some different content and really looking into it. I'm actually going to price it higher because I'm looking to attract customers that are willing to pay and that have money to spend, especially if I go forward. It's a scratch. When I scratch myself, I'm like, it looks like claw marks, but I just cut my fingernails too. Anyways, that's going to be around $400. Right now it is on sale for about $150. So you can get that if you're watching this on YouTube. Link is in the description where you can purchase that. But going off what my mentor said is that typically those courses don't do well if you're using an ad. So once I have existing customers, like maybe yourself or those who have yet to come onto the email list, then maybe I can sell directly to them and it won't be a big deal. But I'm relying and going to be relying on ads, and typically you said you need a smaller ticket item and then you upsell to the bigger ticket item. So that's what I was talking about last time, and my idea was for that first item is, discover your business. That's one thing that we don't really cover in the masterclass. We're gonna get squished by a semi-truck. The masterclass, you can hear the car probably. The masterclass, I keep saying that. We just start with okay, you already know what you're doing. Let's start your business. We do go through a little bit about finding your person and who you want to serve in your business. So you could kind of say it hits a little bit of it, but by no means does it go in depth of like, you want to start a business, you're an entrepreneur spirit, but you don't know what to do. Because that's where I found myself. I knew I was in a full-time job. I was also a part-time job at Starbucks, and I wasn't making enough money. I knew that at some point in my life I wanted to start a business. This was probably a good time to do it because I wasn't married, didn't have a family, was still living at home. But I didn't know what to do. So what did I do? Went through this whole process, and that's what I'm going to bring in this first one. But last time I talked, I didn't have a name for it, but I actually came up with the name. So on the weekend, I was supposed to finish a presentation for it. I should have known better. As I get going in these, I will get better and faster at 2 days I can put something together. But because it is something new, I was just staring in Canva at a blank presentation. I'm like, I know I like the color yellow, and so I have a yellow for the branding. So I put that as the background. I'm like, yellow, and then put the logo up of Ground Zero, which is the name of the masterclass. And I thought that looked really cool. And so then I was looking up synonyms for discover, and I wasn't really finding anything. But then I don't even think I saw this on a list, so I came up with it. But the word unearth, and when you're unearthing something, you are like digging something up, uncovering something. Think like dinosaur bones, archaeological sites, all of that. And for the Ground Zero, it's all about like starting at the ground up, no experience needed. Come as you are, we will take care of you and get you set up for starting your business. And so the more I thought about the name Unearth, I was like, that's so cool, because you don't know what you're doing. You're standing in, say, like an empty field, empty plain, whatever it is, but you want to start a business one day. You've got the potential there. You've got the hopes, the dream, the vision, but you don't know what to do. But with my help, I will help you unearth the business you were made for. So that's kind of what I tagged on to it. Maybe the cover photo on YouTube, I'll try to add the logo that I have for it so far, just so you can see it. But I can help you unearth it, and then from there, you are now at Ground Zero. And so if you wanted to buy into the masterclass, which would be the upsell, then you can, because you've just unearthed what you want to do with your life, with your business. And then this will be the next step to take you there, to get it up and in the air. And maybe that's the next one, something about flying or being in the air. I don't know, but I added a cool little shovel to it. And I was going to do like a shovel or a pickaxe. And if you don't know me, I like to try to do original artwork. I do it on my iPad in an app called Procreate. And yeah, I use a font. I like League Spartan. So that's the font you'll see in most of my stuff currently. And so I thought I would come up with a shovel and maybe a pickaxe, something with digging. When I looked up like the word unearth in Google Images, and then archaeological tools, all of that. And a shovel and a pickaxe were the main things, but I didn't want to just use a graphic of a shovel, because I'm like, I can draw a black and white like clip art shovel, which is actually harder than you would think. But I did that, and then was moving it around, and it was like, ooh, wouldn't it be cool if it went with the diagonal cross of the N in unearth, so UNEARTH. Ding, that is correct. Or no, ding in a spelling bee means that it's wrong. They just say, that is correct. So I added that, and then thought that was cool, and then I was throwing around names like unearth, your future business, the future you're made for. I really like that one, but the future you're made for could mean anything. So I changed it to unearth the business you're made for. So a lot of this, as I'm talking to you, I just came up with that a day ago, 2 days ago, I guess you could say, Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, and then I'm working on it again today. But so far I think it's really cool. I really like how it fits in, I would say perfectly, with the Ground Zero imagery and literary wise. When you would, I don't know, if you were in an English class, you would say like, oh, these go together so well. The image of it all. So that's what I'm working on today. I've got most of everything finished off of my checklist once I finish the gym here, and once I upload this to YouTube. So if you're watching that, then you'll know like, oh, I've got everything done, and what is left on my list, it is to work on the presentation. So I'm kind of going off of the presentation I did for the onboarding material, and then just kind of going from there, putting it together. I'm excited because I do think I can get that done this week. So knowing just the experience I had from the onboarding material to now making something new, that it's all stuff that I know about. It's just how do I put it in the best format. And the cool thing too is, the actual video I'm going to do for the Unearth project will probably be like an hour long. I don't know. You guys, I can talk for so long, so it might be longer. But if I need to, I can always edit the presentation, go back and record a new either whole thing or like additional sections to it. And I'm also kind of playing around with, I thought I would need to create a whole activity guide, but some of the stuff that I watch from my mentor, he doesn't provide anything. He's just presenting, and it's kind of given that you're going to go through and have like a pad of paper or notes with you as you're watching, and you can screenshot stuff, you can write stuff down, you can be typing out the notes as you go. So I might actually do that for this, because this is not something you're going to pay a ton of money for. It's probably be $40-50, and so that'll get you in the door. And then, as I talked about in the last episode, which you should go and listen to that for more details, but that solves one problem. So I am solving that whole problem of figuring out what you want to do for your business. And then maybe you know what you want to do, or no, maybe you know how to do the starting it, but you just don't know what to do. Then you don't need the upsell. But I can, almost guarantee a majority of people, once you figure out what you want to do, you may have some ideas of how to start it, but if you like what I've taken you through, if you like the content, my tone, the vibe I give off, all of that, if you like the business, Fisher Philbrick, then wouldn't you want to just go and, purchase the next thing to see what I have for you? Because if you found good success in this, then you're going to find it in that as well. And getting you up off the ground, saving you the mistakes that I made, man, it will be so worth it. So that's what I'm excited about. That's what I'm working on. I also shaved the face, so you probably realize that it's been really hot in San Jose, so I'm wearing a tank top. Probably will recut that as I watch it back, and I'm like, man, you look so skinny. But I am at the gym now, so we're gonna call it a day. But if you haven't gone out and exercised, go and do so today. Your body, your health,